Hello there, this is Reece Russell, and you're watching The Weekly Steel Chair.
It's my life and the box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me laying face down.
Hello everybody, welcome to Error 404, most commonly known as The Weekly Steel Chair. How is everybody? Good to see, obviously, Zodiac Dan in the chat, Ashton's in the chat, Zach's in the chat, Roy Sheen's there. Was AJ Lee a bad influence backstage over the other wrestlers jealous of her talent and her push? She wasn't really a bad talent, but stories-wise, I've not really heard anything about that, so I can't really comment. I'm afraid I can't comment on that because I don't know. Let's see. We have helps being dyslexic. We have 4 notepads. We have a light blue. We got purple. We have light green. And then we've got a first page. That right there. That right there is tomorrow's show. So I certainly hope you're ready for it, because I am. Sup, James? I have put it on the community tab, so it's there for everybody. That is all our matches for tomorrow's pay-per-view show, so we absolutely are going to be there. We're going to need you guys to be there. And we'll certainly do our best. What's up, Tina? In the meantime, I don't need them, so I can just set them down there. But again, I've taken... How many notes have I got for this Ring of Honor show? 722 words for this. And I've got 32 paragraphs. That planned. Let's see, how many stars do you rate Sting versus Bret Hart on Nitro for the world title? Why didn't they have a decent feud? Because WCW didn't know how to book Bret Hart. Not particularly fast. Let's find out. Okay, maybe it is. But I'm waiting for my new cable ties to come tomorrow, because I'm going to tidy up these cables a little bit, because I've got so many. The match, though. 4? Probably 4. Like in general, it just wasn't great. I appreciate it, Tina. Sup, Tempo. Good for them. But the funny thing is, they're reacting now. Where was this energy all that previous time? It's a fake. It's such fake outrage. at least I can already say I'm not watching. I won't be watching. And I'm telling everybody now, and you can clip this. 5 minutes, 10 seconds into this show, September 12th, 2025, WrestleMania 43, I will not be reviewing it. I will not be previewing it. I won't be talking about it. I won't be covering it. Anything to do with Saudi Mania, don't bother. If you ask me, blocked. Because I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going against my whole point of it. It will not happen. And this is how serious I am. The predictions champion, automatic buy on that event. They won't have to defend their title on that show. Whoever the predictions champion is. We'll do other things as well in the background. Here's the funny thing. It was so badly coming because they sold themselves already. And this is what people need to understand as well. And this is something that really annoys me. Can people stop just blaming TKO? Like, please, can we just stop blaming TKO? Like, TKO are a part of this, but WWE also have to, one, propose the idea and sign off, and then it goes to TKO to sort out the financials, like the remainder. Just like when everyone blames TKO for ticket prices. No, we can't. WWE starts it. WWE starts the ticket prices. So, plain and simple, like, actually use your outrage and think where it matters most. Like, logic dictates. But then again, they're just crying because they're not going to get anything else. And the funny thing is, see how they're all outraging about it? What is the first thing they're going to do? Like, there's a genuine question for everybody. They're complaining about it, but what are they all going to do? And then after we get the answer to that question, then we'll start. Exactly. They're going to watch the event. You can't make that shit up. But, yeah. Standard, eh? Ah, well, I say fuck them. And see if they give us 2 WrestleManias in 2027. It just proves that they don't care about you. They don't care. If they give 2 WrestleManias in 2027, it means nothing. Like, you've literally been sold. What's up, Tayor? Yes, I'm subscribed to Honor Club. I'm not doing anything with the Royal Rumble either, Ashton. I got better things to do. I mean, after all. What's up, Maria? This is how happy I am that I'm not going to be watching WrestleMania. I am that happy that I wrote out my show plan for tomorrow's stream. Let me just get it. Match 1. Main event. That's how much I don't care about Saudi Mania. When WWE says, oh, it's something you've never seen before, or nothing you've ever seen before, who gives a fuck? Exactly. The SWA is superior to WWE. Now, of course, I'm not going to tell people to not watch. I don't have that right. But don't expect me to cover it. Don't expect me to preview it. Don't expect me to review it. None of it. The Royal Rumble in 2026 doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. To be fair, I was already going to do it on a notepad anyway. It helps with my dyslexia, so. Maria's because they think they're edgy. They think they're edgy. That's the difference. Like, it's not even logical. You know? It's not logical. It's just funny. Like, that's what it is. But yeah, so I have, let's see. Thanks, Tempo. I think TKO is killing pro wrestling in WWE. No, WWE were already killing themselves before they got in bed with TKO. If anything, what TKO are doing is they are just driving up the extra narrative that because people don't care now about how much they spend, TKO are happy to jump along to WWE of let's increase these record gates, let's go and break all of them. So they're like, okay, let's raise the prices. They don't care. They'll be happy to do that for you. The DQ finish from the show before the other, or the steel chair finish. Always good. Tomorrow's show is fully CPU, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be out of power. I'm ruined. I'm ruined. Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen. Pretty much that's what I've been given. But yeah, so before I get into this, so we have 2 shows to do. I've written 2 sets of summarized notes of both shows. Ring of Honor in total is 1 hour 41. And TNA was 1 hour 52. So I've got 700 words for Ring of Honor, and I've got 32 paragraph points for TNA all prepared. Whatever that amount is, we'll find out. Anyone know how you say that in Arabic? I just say fuck that. What's up, Ales? Are they still doing the pure tournament? Yeah, they're still doing it. There wasn't anything on last night's show, but that's because last night was a crossover tribute show. That's what last night was. Saudi shows are boring. Don't worry. I think they're shit. Unlike Paramore, this is not the right kind of misery business. Yeah, Impact was good. I thought both shows were exciting to watch, but like overall, I really enjoyed both. I still have some negatives about both shows, but that's standard procedure. But overall, I thought both at least maintained some continuity. Basically. Yeah. You can absolutely jump in. I can talk to you before I do these reviews. That's completely fine. See the link I sent you last time on Messenger? It's the same link every single time. So you can literally just click on that, pal. Same link every time. Because I've set it to a studio, so it'll never change. Don't even get me started on that tempo, because you're in a losing battle against me. But yes, that is correct. It would be stupid not to. It would be stupid not to. Are you watching GCW tonight? No, not tonight. I have, after this, I've got one other thing to do. I've got to prepare a few more additions to our women's roster. We're now up to 40 men's characters, and I think I've got 20 women's characters. I'm trying to get up to 25. 25 to maybe 28, and then we can maintain the rest of the roster, but we're actually building some because I'm trying to derail the original character roster, if that makes sense. Fucking hell, I've just read that caption.
Alhamdulillah, my friends.
Oh god.
Are we excited?
No. What's up, Fernando?
I'm not excited for Saudi Mania.
I absolutely love your sarcasm, and I know you're bullshitting.
Bullshit. Nah, I think it's a very progressive move. It's about time they. Holy feck!
See, told you she's being sarcastic. Standard procedure. Oh, not gonna lie. Actually, I have something just for this. Let me just.
Good evening, folks. I'm here for a little bit, and then you'll get your wrestling reviews. But sometimes things get announced, and you gotta just rip them off like the plasters that they are, right away. You know. What did you think about the tone of the announcement? Like the way that it popped up on YouTube, breaking WWE special announcement. What did you think it was?
To be honest, this is what I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be that announcement. I didn't think there'd be anything else. Like, there's nothing there that says, oh, it's going to be interesting. Right above you. There you go. Because we can add new layouts now. So I made this one for an extra camera plus a shared image. So, sigh.
Let's get some merch on the go. But no, it's.
Oh yeah, we still are. We still are. I mean, for WWE in general, this is literally like, it's not even a surprise. So I'm just gonna do this.
I didn't know what it was, right? I honestly didn't know. I honestly didn't know that it was a Saudi Arabia announcement. And I thought, like, oh, what's happened? It's still going.
It's like I think it's like 30 seconds in total or something. I don't know what the exact time is.
See, who we got here? Yeah, Fatal 5-star. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like, oh, it's breaking. Something's happening tonight. Like they're announcing something tonight.
Yeah, which would be understandable.
No, because why now? Why announce the Saudi thing now? Is it because we're getting to like the 3/4
Makes sense. I mean, it is what, a year and a half away. It's 18 months away, something like that. So it doesn't really, well, about 18 months, but still. I said it for a joke, but I know I'm not wrong. The people that are complaining about it, we know exactly what they're going to do. They're still going to watch it. So the ones that are going, oh, sellouts, you sold out, all that in their live chat, they're going to be the same people that watches the damn thing. So why complain about it if you're just going to watch it? You know?
I mean, I don't think there's any way that you're going to force the change. You watch it anyway because you're a fan of the product itself, even when you disagree with the decisions that are being made, and even when you really disagree with the decisions. I thought they would at least wait until after they saw how the Rumble went.
That's a fair shout.
Like, I thought they would have at least waited, and then before this upcoming Mania, announce the next one.
Yeah, especially after how people reacted to New Orleans getting the bump for Vegas, which was not reacted well at all. I agree with that, Marie, absolutely. It's like people still are reacting badly to the decision to go back-to-back Vegas.
Well, they go back-to-back Vegas because that's where TKO know, and that's what they do. And
No,
Vegas is at least a little easier to stomach because as of right now, as of the 12th of September 2025, there are a lot of things currently legal in Vegas that are not legal in Saudi Arabia. Give the fucking demonic Satsuma enough time and he'll slowly chip away at that list. But right now, there are a lot more human rights in Vegas than there are in Saudi Arabia, provided that you're white and from there. But this is not to make it a political thing. So there are a lot more rights in Vegas than there are in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is an actively oppressive country, and I don't care how many bags of money you throw in the way of something. It's the exact same when it comes to the football. You deal with these places, you normalize their moralities. And I don't care what book is telling them to do X, Y, or Z. There has to be a line between what you will and want to do when it comes to morals. And for some reason, as a society, we clap down so hard on, oh, they tweeted this, oh, they said this. This country still stones women.
I mean, just for that point alone, this is a factual point. So,
to the best of my knowledge, they may have stopped doing it, to be fair.
True, and they still do, yes.
They still do, right? Good. I realised when I said it, I was like, they might stop. But you do you don't have nearly the same level of rights, and actively you're cutting people. So all this anti-bullying stuff that WWE did, I mean, it was always hollow, but now you know it's hollow.
Yeah.
All that, anyone who ever tries to be like super accepting in the WWE, WWE's for everyone. It's not for everyone.
Exactly.
It's because that WrestleMania, like the next Royal Rumble, is not for everyone. If you want the concrete evidence example of how it's not for everyone, there are going to be people on the WWE roster in same-sex relationships who either won't be on the card or will have to have like massive protection, major clearance. Like, I imagine they just won't be allowed on the card at all. But if they are allowed on the card, they'll need like major clearance and so much security around them.
And if you have the opposite political beliefs, religious beliefs, if you, well, conveniently you say same-sex relationships, but if you actually advocate for certain things, like for example, if you advocate for trans rights, it'd be very interesting to see if
this is going to pull some people out of the woods. This is going to make you, because
it's been
CM Punk should never have done a Saudi Arabian show.
Yeah, he's a massive hypocrite.
John Cena should never have done a Saudi Arabian show.
Mm-hmm.
All these people that say, Oh, I'm not doing Saudi Arabia. I disagree with country. I mean, we knew John Cena was lost the moment he was advocating for China.
Mm-hmm.
But Punk doing Saudi, and the way that they framed it was like Punk was forced to go to Saudi, and that might be your like your work reason. Your shoot reason is that the Saudi prince wanted CM Punk to fight there.
Yeah.
So
And you sacrificed your beliefs for money.
yeah, that's what they all do. And I don't know if that's because there's things in WWE like you can't say no. I know for the longest time Kevin Owens did say no.
Yeah.
And then he started doing the Saudi shows. I don't
Spot on.
remember what his first Saudi show was, but I know that he did King and Queen of the Ring with tag belts.
He did the didn't he not have a match previously the year before? He had a singles match.
I don't remember it if he did.
I'm sure he had a match with Sami Zayn at one of them, I think. But that's because he's another hypocrite as well. Money is money. Yeah, Josiah, spot on. Business talks, money moves. Yeah. It's always the funny thing, this is something that's always important. There's always a transaction of somehow. It's how much your morals cost. And CM Punk's morals cost his wife getting a title match when she eventually goes for it and coming back and getting big money into his pocket. But it's funny how he still claims he advocates for those rights. You can't advocate for those rights if you go to the very country that would have you hanged for it.
Exactly. You can't.
But cancel me on that. I don't care.
Advocacy becomes hollow. What you say about it becomes hollow. It loses that sort of edge to it because you can say whatever you want and you can tweet whatever you want, and WWE on the whole can say whatever they like about XYZ, about I think WWE previously did things with the Trevor Project and stuff. They were involved in several things. And then you turn around and you shake hands with Saudi Arabia. And we knew this is where it was going in, 2017 was when they announced this? 2018 maybe?
Yes.
2018 was the first show, so maybe they announced it in 2017.
Summer 2017, I think it was, because they gave them a full year to...
Yeah, because Greatest Royal Rumble was 2018, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And it was a clusterfuck.
Yeah, so they announced it in 2017. So we're coming up on 10 years, that's the big... It'll be 10 years of this Saudi relationship. And the original deal was 10 years of Saudi shows. WWE's not leaving Saudi. And we're ending up in this sphere where, like I'd said before on a previous show, we're just going to bounce between money-making major capitals here. Like, WrestleMania Dubai is coming.
Yeah, I mean that I can safely say, like for me, I can say it like not controversial, but I can say, like, in terms of like what I want to do as a profession, the biggest market for the job I want to do is in Dubai. The second is out with the States. So I can say that in terms of like I know where the money is, but it's not what I'm aspiring to. But
Yeah,
it's so controversial, the market. But yeah, Dubai is absolutely going to happen.
Saudi Arabia's like the
And that's another
Manchester
thing.
City of the world. They don't have much else to offer but a lot of money to do it. Like, because on the grand scheme of things,
soulless.
people are going to Saudi for money. Like, everything Saudi Arabia gets, they get it because of money. Everything Manchester City get, they get it because of money. Or they got it because of money. Now they have a bit of prestige. But that's what Saudi Arabia are doing. They're Manchester City on the global scale. They're buying prestige. They're buying respect. They can't earn respect, so they've got to buy it.
They've got their fingers in little bits of pot somewhere.
It's sports washing, but now it's entertainment washing. And I mean, where does this go? Where does it stop? So WrestleMania is one of, and whether you like wrestling or not, WrestleMania is one of the titan events of the global sports / entertainment calendar. It is the Super Bowl of wrestling. It is the World Cup final of wrestling. It is the thing. I mean, maybe not World Cup final because that's every 4 years. It's like Champions League final is a bit shit. You know what I mean? It's the
You
big
could say
one.
the club world. You could say the club World Cup before it was changed to
No
a
one
weird
really cares
tournament.
about the Club World Cup either. But you know,
But it is the official like.
yeah, but it's
World
like
Cup.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And imagine what will happen. I'll tell you what will happen if the Super Bowl announces it's going to Saudi Arabia. You will get some outrage. You'll get some players saying, "I can't believe the decision," and watch people's Twitters now. And I could already tell you some of the ones that you've got to go and watch. Punk, obviously. Cena's going to end up having to say something. I bet you Finn Balor's got something to say.
That's a good one.
Finn Balor will definitely have something to say. But watch, they'll all tweet it.
Seth Rollins and The Miz.
Yeah, they'll all tweet it. They'll all still show up for the show. Because if they hated the idea that one day WrestleMania would go to Saudi Arabia, they would have refused to go in the first place. The minute you go there once, it's like, oh well, I'll just do it again. It's not that bad. I'll just do it again. It's just a wrestling show. It's just a wrestling show. Now it's WrestleMania. Soon it's NXT Saudi Arabia.
This is the thing. This is where like I've had people in the live chat saying, "Oh, you're having an outrage because you say you're not going to cover the Royal Rumble in 2026." And I already said before this whole side thing was going to happen. I said if Saudi Arabia gets WrestleMania, I won't watch it, and I will have nothing to do with it on this channel. I've already said it. Like I'm not going to change my morals or change my thoughts. But I've had people say to me, "But what if AEW does it?" And I'm like, "I'm still not going to watch." Or what if TNA does it? I'm still not going to watch. Like. It's not because WWE are doing it. It's I simply don't want to associate with it at all. Like I don't know how hard that is to explain.
Yeah,
I've had people come in the live chats, even when you've been present. You're still gonna watch it if XYZ's on. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I don't at all. Go back and look. Like I have not. Like I'm just stick to my word. And it's the same with the Rumble. When the Rumble comes, there will be nothing to do with that on this channel. None of it.
Here's what I'll say about fans who are going to watch it, though, because I'm going to. And the reason is my money goes to WWE. Firstly, it's not my money. I don't pay the network subscription. I just share one. But the money for that network subscription goes to WWE.
That's
WWE then decide what they're doing with it. But by watching the Saudi Arabian show, if you're on the network, you're not actively contributing to Saudi Arabia. I know that's weird to say because WWE actively contributes to Saudi Arabia, but if you follow that chain down the line, we're all contributing to the same mysterious person who runs all the money in the world, you know? Like,
I mean,
if you want to watch the show and you've got a WWE Network subscription, you watching the show, or like the Netflix stuff, you watching the show or not watching the show does not impact them in any way. It doesn't.
That's true.
As we spoke about recently on the channel, the people who watch from home now do not matter.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. That's why I said before you came on, I'm not telling people they can or can't watch.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna do that. I don't have the right to do that. But also don't expect. But no one has the right to tell me the exact opposite. Oh, you're not watching. It's just fake outs. No, it's not. I'm not watching because I simply don't want to. I'm not gonna say something 2 years in advance and then all of a sudden I'm just gonna watch it. If Ailey wants to cover it on the channel in 2 years' time, by all means, Ailey can do it with someone. I won't be there. Like it's just how it is for me. Like I've got no interest in Saudi shows. I've watched a few of them before, and I got turned off by it. And we did that. We did a watch along for it. Like I'm not hypocritical. We did a watch along for it, and I got bored out of my skull. And I was like, "That's it for me." I said it to you on that watch along. I'm not doing this again. This is so boring. and I've not watched a single Saudi show since. And that was a watch along, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Was it
no,
two?
it was fair while.
Yeah, and I haven't done any Saudi show since.
Yeah.
So it's
So-
an impressive hot streak. It's just as good as my no drinking alcohol streak.
So before I let you back to review ROH and TNA, I want to also make this point. So people at the end were commenting AEW.
Yeah, that was going to come eventually.
Now, no one, or essentially no one,
Mm-hmm.
who is a WWE fan, watched that announcement and is upset, is going to turn to AEW now. Because AEW have done what they've done, and regardless of their like political beliefs and alignments and who they do and don't deal with, they still have their own problems with a TV show that those fans don't want to watch. And this is where TV separates itself from politics, because I am obviously a WWE fan. If WWE did something that was genuinely like reprehensible, which I mean, this is it's getting close, but it's just kind of it's another Saudi show. I know it's WrestleMania and it's such a huge thing, but for me, like it's another Saudi show, and it was inevitable. We had a long time to prepare for a Saudi Mania.
Yeah.
AEW have made the show that they're going to make, and the people who are going to watch it are the people who are going to watch it. So everyone who's commenting AEW, they're not AEW are not about to get a spike of viewers from people who switch off WWE. And I'm speaking as someone who's not allowed in Saudi Arabia. WWE's pull is too strong that you will keep watching regardless. Especially because the fan, when it comes to WWE, the fan on the chairs, the fan on the couch, the fan at home has never been more powerless.
Yeah, we're officially. It's like when the Super League got announced for football.
Yeah.
Like our say, our word became null and void.
And we should have seen it coming with that, and we should have seen it coming with Manchester City.
Agreed, and that's a reality. Just to answer Josiah's question, if by some miracle, if I'm the predictions champion by the time of the Royal Rumble, what will I do? When it gets to the Royal Rumble, I'll simply just forfeit. I'll let you guys do your own little predictions. We'll do it as one of the TV reviews, but that's it.
I'll pick for you.
Honestly, I'll forfeit. I won't participate. It would just be it would just be like a vacant prediction champ at that point. It would be vacant.
And the other thing to ask is, are you previewing
All Out and WrestlePalooza?
WrestlePalooza.
Doing both next week, yeah, if you're up for it.
Yeah, we'll sort of time. I'll let you know if I'm around. I hopefully will be.
Because All Out's earlier than WrestlePalooza as well. So
yes, I'm going to find a way to watch that totally legitimately.
HBO Max, Paramount, Amazon Prime for them, or
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. AEW pay-per-views are on Amazon Prime.
I did see something about that, but I didn't think it was relevant to us.
Yeah, they've got that. We've got that HBO, Paramount, still on Triller TV, and there's obviously.
How much are they on Prime?
I don't know. I've not watched it on Prime though.
All right.
I've only done like Triller TV, so I'm not actually sure.
Well, yeah, I might actually check that out.
Yeah, you still have to pay. I will. The announcement was just Saudi Mania.
Oh yeah. So we have a Saudi Arabian WrestleMania in 2027.
£20. That's pretty much the same as what I pay on Triller for some events. Like some
events.
That's
not horrible. I mean,
it's good value. £20.
Well, considering WrestlePalooza's already baked in because we've got a network subscription, paying £20 and you're essentially getting 2 shows for wrestling on the day. I mean, I love to watch AEW and laugh at it, so I'll gladly do that. And then we can discuss. Don't worry, I'm up to date on most of the stories, so I can actually help with an all-out review, preview if we're doing it.
Yeah, they're going to do both. Yeah, we'll just have to.
Yeah, I will leave you to review ROH and TNA, but let me just make my position completely clear before I go. Fuck WWE for working with Saudi Arabia in the first place. Fuck Saudi Arabia for not accepting people as they are and feeling like their archaic laws still have a place in the world these days. Don't no hate shown to anyone who's still going to support WWE or who's still going to watch, because I'm still going to watch them as well. But it's disappointing how inevitable it was that money was always going to talk. It was always going to talk loudest, as Josiah said. And well, I guess we'll see how the Saudi Rumble is in 2026. See what sort of preview for a crowd we get. Other than that, enjoy your show, and I will hopefully be on next week's previews.
Tomorrow as well, if you're available as well, if you're around.
I will see where I am. I'm not sure on that one.
6 o'clock UK time we're starting tomorrow, just because it's the full on like first pay-per-view show of the 2K series we're doing. It's the first pay-per-view tomorrow. And it's fully CPU.
Might be around to hop in late.
Chat one. Sounds good.
Might be around to hop in late, but I don't know. So if I'm around, I will hop in. If not, then I will be on another one. But enjoy your show, and fuck WWE. Bye.
That's your co-host. She runs the show. And she's not wrong. Like, plain and simple, she is not wrong. Like... Sigh. See, the funny thing is, right? People have their beliefs. People have their thoughts. People have their mannerisms on the subject. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't watch, alright? It's not my style. But don't expect me to all of a sudden show some respect to it, alright? Because it's not going to happen. Like, I'll show you guys courtesy, you show me courtesy. Like, that's how it works. I'm going to take a quick I'm going to take a quick minute break. I'll let the video do it, so I can have a little drink. And then after that, we'll start the shows, and we'll start with Ring of Honor. So, of course, we throw over to our trained video presenter.
I want Spider-Man!
Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in
Reece Russell.
I believe in
Reece Russell.
Cause you love him in Scotland and 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 Scotland. They say I believe in
Reece Russell.
I believe in
Reece Russell.
He seems to have come out of nowhere to answer the prayers of the city, just when all hope seemed to be lost.
I believe in
Reece Russell.
Who doesn't? But yeah, I thought I'd use some of my edit for this and make it fun. The fact that none of the wrestlers looked like they wanted to be at the announcement should speak volumes. That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. It took them a while to like Sammy though. Countdown's not part of that one. But go on then. You can have it once at full volume. Disclaimer. Funnily enough, I was just about to bring this up. Not a single bit of media or local media or fans were invited to this announcement. Vowel, please, Reece. Well, let's go for it. C U N T S. 2 vowels, 3 consonants, and truth. Well, actually, no, one vowel, 4 consonants. Could do. They know they will get backlash. They'll get more than that. Convenient. I actually don't even know what to say about it. You know, like... And it's not because I don't want to, it's... 5 letters, 1 word. Cunts. But there's another one. 5 letters, 1 word. Greed. At least at the SWA, you guys are appreciated. You guys are wanted. Here, in that scenario, you're not. They don't care. It's unfortunately sad. But in the background, we'll put her up on screen for a little bit. You just noticed something. What did you notice? Abel is now using Bluetooth and zooming in on the screen as we speak. That is correct. WrestlePalooza's next week. All Out is next Saturday as well. Yeah, WrestlePalooza and All Out are next week. Then the following week, it's Victory Road on the Friday, Destruction and Kobe on the Sunday morning. There's a lot of events that in the next 2 weeks alone. And also, we've got the M1 tournament as well. There's so much. Oh yeah, that washed up fight no one cares about. I have shits that are better than Canelo versus Crawford. Anyway, let's get into it. So we are going to start with Ring of Honor, because I've already got the notes on StreamYard here for that anyway. On my monitor beside me, my third monitor, I've got my TNA notes that I'll bring over to StreamYard once these ones are done. So 4,088 characters, 722 words. Let's begin. Yeah, Ozawa's injury is painful. That one broke me. Still need to review that stuff as well, so I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to, in order where I'm going to do it. Then we'll get you back on soon for the destruction stuff as well. So, Ring of Honor and Action Wrestling are in a crossover show in tribute to Dean, the Death Valley Driver review guy, basically. This is a tribute show for him. This is the third one. This pits Action Wrestling talents versus the Ring of Honor talent. Also includes CMLL talents as well in separate matches and local indie talents as well. It's just pure fun. This show, basically, that's what it's for. You will still have some story advancement, but it's mainly a crossover show. And it's a very good one too. So I will say that. So, let's get on with it. So the show starts with a 2 out of 3 falls submission only 6-man tag match. And it's actually one to watch. You've got Hechicero and Zelua on one side, and then on the other you've got the likes of Blue Panther. And we're actually seeing a dynamic where they're actually more baseline on these wrestlers, and they're giving them more TV time, and they're incorporating them into the production of the show. And there's genuine growth. And the fans are behind all this. So you actually see these matches are getting positive reviews. Now, of course, because it's submission only, you are going to get the moment where you do a spot and then your automatic reaction is, after you do a certain move, you go straight for a pinfall. So you do see that a couple of times in the match, but it's actually really good to see them react to it. The only downside is Aubrey Edwards is the referee, so it's a letdown. So Blue Panther's team does get the first submission victory, and then we get 2 falls straight for Team Hechicero. Hechicero is by far the best technical wrestler in this match, and I'm starting to wonder, was it the right decision to have him lose to Bandito at Death Before Dishonor? Because I think it was the wrong decision. He should have won. But even so, strong performance on this show. It's an exciting match. I do recommend people going back and watching. Little bits of fun. And I can see them maybe doing singles matches back and forth for this. And I wouldn't be angry by it. Like, it works for me, you know? I do have that sort of feel to it, which I really do like. A second match on the card, we have Billy Starks in singles action. She's up against Nicole Matthews. This is a genuinely good match as well, and this is obviously she's taken a break from the pure women's title tournament. She's not in action for it. There's no pure women's matches on this card. None of it related to the tournament. So this is just her in a break match, basically. Not taking like a piss break, but I mean like a break from the tournament. But it is a genuinely good match, and Billy Starks has finally found her feet. I feel like this is what she needed. She's been really working on her technical wrestling, and I think she's now found her style. One thing I've criticised Billy Starks for a long time is she's likable, she's fun to watch, she has a unique presentation in terms of her attire and her hair, and she associates with the purple, and she wants to be Athena's minion the right way and progress herself, but she's never been a style. Like, is she a technical wrestler? Is she a striker? Is she a high flyer? Is she a hybrid? No, I think Billy Starks finally has become a technical wrestler. And for me, that makes her far more dangerous. And I do like that. Now, she does, of course, get the win. So we get to see a back and forth. And it's nice to see some representation of the women on the show and a strength that makes sense. So all round, it's a good start to the crossover. It's a very good start. Match number 3, however, is the Gothic Justin Bieber versus the king of the cross arm breaker. It's Wheeler Yuta versus Mark Mado. And this is a pure technical wrestling match that's ruined by interference. There's crowd distractions, there's in-ring distractions from Shafir, and it leads to just a roll-up. Oh, I'll be surprised if they say anything, Abu. I'll be very surprised. Long story short, it is a right to the eyes and then a straightforward strong pin combination from Wheeler Yuta. He gets the win. Wheeler Yuta, I actually don't know where he's going. SmackDown won't be good because of this news though, Roy Sheen. You can watch Ring of Honor on their own website on the Honor Club, or you can watch it on Watch Wrestling. The Honor Club's actually really good because you get the pay-per-views as well. So it is definitely a good watch. Match number 4. Sammy Guevara, Dralistico, and Beast Mortos, accompanied by LFI, are up against 3 jobbers. One of them is called Cheeseburger. And I'm being serious. This is a straightforward squash match. They destroy everybody. Beast Mortos hits a pop-up Samoan drop, shades of the late great Umaga. And then Sammy Guevara hits a senton bomb. They also put their episodes up on their YouTube channel as well. So you might actually get it on their YouTube channel as well. But it was really good. Following this match, Sammy Guevara grabs the mic and he's... Obviously, because he's recently turned heel, obviously Philadelphia... The Sammy sucks chance. He then responds by saying that Philadelphia sucks, so they say Texas sucks. He then says he doesn't care because he left Texas a long time ago. Sammy really controls the crowd here. He actually does destroy it. The crowd is vibrant and reactive, but Sammy actually wins this rebuttal, which is a good thing. And then he says that anybody who's a champion, they have a problem, and that's Guevara and LFI. That's really good shit. Like, that's really good. I can see them sort of building a faction of gold. And then Rush delivers that the line at the very end. If you mess with a bull, you get the horns. Really well done. There is a backstage segment. I'm going to have to berate this one. I think Maria's agreeing that she can't remember the last time SmackDown was good, which is fair. Backstage, I have to say this segment sucks. It's Boredom Blake Christian and his little lackey, where they call out Bandito in the world for the world title. Tony Khan, please just fire them both. They offer nothing to Ring of Honor. They offer nothing to wrestling. Just get rid of them. Terrible segment. 2 terrible talents. Genuinely terrible. Okay. Another match. Again, the show's decent, but here's another one. This is a hair versus hair match. It's Demas El Demonico versus Mad Dog Connolly. Mad Dog Connolly in the previous 2 Action Wrestling Dean tribute shows has not lost a match. So it's actually rather funny that he does lose this one comfortably. And when Demas goes to shave his head, he headbutts him, steals the clippers, and then shaves himself to deny Demas the privilege of shaving his head. This match was horrible. There's brutal stuff involved. There's chairs and that involved, but I like hardcore wrestling, but this was just hard bore. It was boring. But then we got some reprieve. We got something really special. We got a Ring of Honor pure championship match. Jake Woods, representing Action Wrestling, who's an NCAA champion from 2011, versus Tiger Style Pro and the Ring of Honor champion himself, well, pure champion himself, Lee Moriarty. This guy is good. This championship match was outstanding. Like, after watching that horrible hardcore wrestling, I knew coming back to this title match, I know the show was going to be in safe hands. And I was right. Because Lee Moriarty is genuinely one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. And I've been saying that for a long time. He is so good. And the fact that he's been champion for over 400 days proves that. This man gets it. He is pure wrestling. We get the Code of Honor, then the bell goes. Early match combination starts where Jake Woods goes for a rolling knee bar after he puts Lee on his ass. Lee counters into a small package, and then they do that whole thing where both men grip each other, and then they go round the ring trying to hit a small package. Eventually, out of response, Woods maintains a strong wrist lock, waist lock grip of Lee Moriarty and hits an Irish whip in the corner. Moriarty does that, hold on, leaps over, and then he starts to taunt him. He hits a hip toss and continues to taunt. Then, as Jake Woods gets back up onto like near enough all fours positions, Lee Moriarty kicks his shoulder and his elbow and gets a 2 count. And then he wraps him into a submission attempt. Trying to remember the actual name of the submission. Like, I know it, but it's the genuine name. Hold on. Because Pac does the same submission. It's kind of like the Rings of Saturn, but there's a genuine name for it. Just try to remember it. It's gonna bug me. Thanks, Tina. I appreciate it. I am streaming again tomorrow. What is that flaming thing called? He calls it the Brutalizer. but the actual submission is what I need. That's it. Double underhook. Yeah. Lee Moriarty's version of it is so damn good. All elite moves is actually a real thing. We can actually see all their moves and finishers. So if you create wrestlers, you can actually get their moves here. That's actually really cool. And it's got everybody, by the way. There we go. Lee Moriarty. Finishers. That'll make it easier. Yeah, he's got the ankle lock, the Gory special, but he's got... Come on, give me the other three. Border City. That's it. The Border City stretch. That's it. But that's how he wins as well. Funnily enough, like, so the match does... It's submission after submission attempt between the two. The rope breaks are very quick as well after 2 minutes. We get some chain wrestling, and then it leads to another rope break. This time it's the first rope break by Lee Moriarty. So they're both down 2 each. We then get a rope-assisted gut-wrench suplex. We get some armbar attempts from both men. It's really good wrestling. And then by the time we get to just over 5-6 minutes into the match, Lee Moriarty's already used 2 of his 3 rope breaks. It's really bad. Eventually it gets to the very end where 10 minutes 12 seconds, Lee Moriarty gets the win with the European clutch. Really, really good wrestling. If you get a chance, watch this match. You will really like it, honestly. After the match, we get the Code of Honor, respect between both men. Shane Taylor Promotions comes out to celebrate, and then Shane Taylor grabs a mic, and then he calls out the booking for not having these guys on the show. Open challenge, impromptu main event is answered by AR Fox. AR Fox just goes straight at him. We get flying forearms, we get running heated exchanges, border tosses, the lot, and we get an apron roll and senton. It's really good wrestling here. The match does end with a running knockout punch from Shane Taylor. He gets the win. Really good. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. What lets me down is Blake Christian, Bandito not being on the show, and only 1 title match. We could have had another one here. I feel like they let me down a little bit, but apart from that, and also the Pure title had a 60-minute time limit, and there was 30 minutes of TV time left, and then they did... Sorry, there was about 25 minutes of TV time left, something like that. Why not you just do a 25-minute title match instead of having Shane Taylor have an impromptu match with AR Fox? I think you could have had a better replacement for something else by giving more time to the Pure title match. But that's just my thoughts. Right, now I'm just going to quickly copy. Oh, I'm going to have to remove that, don't I? Why is it not letting me do that? Thank you. Let's see. It might be the amount you try to copy at once. My first 3 paragraphs alone are 720 characters, 134 words. Lovely. Yes, he had a stroke on Friday. What's Josiah saying no to? $2,400 characters just for this part alone. Jeez. I'll be surprised if I even get to the end of the... I don't think I'm gonna get the whole thing. What photo? I'm not taking Deonna Purrazzo off my screen. She's staying on it. So the first half of the show is 991 characters, 888 words. Okay. Ain't no way I'm taking Deonna Purrazzo off the screen. Never. Just spacing out my words a little bit because there's a lot. Like I say, reviewing these shows, I took a lot of notes just to be prepared for the show. I wanted it to, even though I enjoy coming in and take vital notes, because that's a good thing. Part of history. So where is that? There we go. I don't need that stuff anymore, so I can just delete that. And this will be the last of it. Right. Actually, I wonder, could I... Let me see. Fill. And then... Damn. I'm going to use this layout screen for a bit. That'll do. Okay. Pentagram choke. A lot of people's anger is real. So much anger on display. Okay, right. Whilst she stands there, figuratively. Mm-hmm. Abel, keep your eyes off her. See, for you lot, you'll get punished soon. Because actually, I'm going to put on... Unlike you lot that are going so crazy for her, at least I've actually met the woman. She's incredible as well. I can say that for sure. Oof. Ouch. Sheffield United got spanked 5-0. Oh well, that's them fucked. Figuratively. Anyway. We'll skip the pathetic needs of a recap that TNA love to do now at the start of every show. So recap, null and void, don't care. First match of TNA opening contest is Moose versus AJ Francis. Sigh. With Mustafa Ali on commentary. This is just a... Exactly, that's what happens when you get rid of shit. And speaking of it, can someone tell AJ Francis to dress like a normal human being and not dress like a scout, because he looks like he is one. And it's really creepy how he looks. Bright green. In fact, he looks more like a traffic guy. And it's really cringe. Especially with his bald head. I literally called him in my notes New York dressing green jackass. But this match is horrible. Like, plain and simple. It's purely any attempt just to get Mustafa Ali over as the threat to... like, him and his faction, the threat to the system and Moose. That's it. It's not great at all. There's the apron pop-up powerbomb used against him, all that. Yeah, they will. Oh yeah, 100%. It's so bad. He looks like one of those like green men that hold signs for streets. Francis is a way bigger Eddie Kingston. In a way, yes. That is a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. I need a blast from the past. I need a memory. Gonna remind myself of a moment that I watched live that was great. So say goodbye to that photo. Like, genuinely say goodbye. Not forever. Just to camel you horn dogs in the chat, because I see you all. Even though that's my favorite, like out of the current women's roster in the world, second all-time favorite, that's for sure. Actually, could I do better? Ooh, perhaps I could. Good old days. The fact that you're calling a pentagram choke submission is just... On what basis? But, hey ho. Yeah, so Moose would get the win with the spear after the failed interference from the Secret Service and Mustafa Ali. Moose would then grab a mic and he would challenge Mustafa Ali to a match at Victory Road. Yeah, I heard what Stevie Richards had to say. I do respect Stevie. Like, his opinion is understandable in terms of what he's trying to say. Like, I get it. The match is then eventually made for... The match is eventually made for Victory Road, which is in 2 weeks. Yes, Ali is doing incredible right now. I love to watch Mustafa Ali. The guy's awesome. Honestly, like, he doesn't feel for me at all. Like, in terms of delivery, he gets it. We get a backstage segment. Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, Gia Miller interviewing, and then you've got the talking chipmunk, who obviously has to speak. Someone staple her mouth shut. Honestly, like, she ruins everything just by existing. Up next, it's Billy's favorite wrestler, even though he's lost everything. It's Joe Hendry versus Eric Young. Eric Young obviously grabs the mic before the match even starts and declares that he's not even going to bother. He's not going to wrestle in this match because what's the point? And in distraction, here comes Judas Icarus. He attacks... Travis Williams. Judas Icarus is at ringside. Travis Williams attacks Joe Hendry from behind. Tries to get an early win, but Joe Hendry counters, hits a suplex, and goes for the standing ovation chokeslam. That leads to interference from Travis Williams and Eric Young, and they both get ejected from ringside. Did the champion bother to show up? He did, actually. He actually did. So it then gets to this win, but there's a lovely springboard rebound flying clothesline that Judas Icarus does in between. Following the match, Joe Hendry bails out because the Northern Armory comes after him. Eric Young, very angry at the loss, goes for a pile driver on his own teammate. He goes to that pile driver on Judas Icarus, and then Travis Williams stops him. He's then told by Eric Young to do the pile driver instead. He doesn't do it, and then he gets punched in the jaw for it. And then Eric Young hits both men with not one, but 2 pile drivers each in the cleanse of TNA, as he's calling it. Very yeah, it's a shocking situation. I think he will, but I think he's waiting to put people over. Right, time to get angry at TNA. Victoria Crawford, formerly known to WWE fans as Alicia Fox. you suck. This segment was fucking diabolical. I'm sorry, I hated this segment. I'm not even going to mince words. This segment was shit. She's in TNA, and this segment was horrible. I'm not even going to... Nah. This was horrible. Skipping it. Best on the card, though. Fatal 4-way, #1 contenders match for Victory Road X Division Championship. It's the 3 members of the Rascals and Jake something. It was basically a 3-on-1 handicap match for most of it. And it's very good combinations throughout. The match is won by Myron Reed. He hits a springboard 450 splash. Shades of AJ Styles. Shambolic Beyond Relief is another one, but I said it was fucking shit. It was terrible. It's the worst segment I've ever seen in TNA. Ever. Horrible as fuck. But I really like this match. I like the 3 suicide dives and then the triple at the same time. I thought the combinations were good. The springboard clothesline was good. The catch and super kick. The sit-out black hole slam. The torture rat backbreaker, as Abyss would call it. The shock treatment. All done by Jake something. This was really good. This was really good. The Rascals, obviously big fans of the machine guns. They did the machine guns offense better than the machine guns have done in recent times. There was a pop-up powerbomb that Jake something did where he actually picked up Trey Miguel, and instead of hitting the powerbomb, he threw him at Zachary Vance and Myron Reed. It was really well done. Trey Miguel. This was a 3-on-1 handicap match, but it does lead to a victory for Myron Reed. Really well done, and at the end he does the signal for the championship. Myron Reed versus Leon Slater could well be the best match of Victory Road on September 26th, and I'm here for it. I think it's going to be really, really good. We get up next. We're now down to we're now down to 93 words, so I can now add some stuff back in. Yeah, this will fit now. The last of it. Yeah, 3,998 characters. There we go. That'll fit. Annoyingly, it spaced them all together, which is not what I wanted. There we go. So I've got all that. Oh, Abel, trust me, I have to suffer them on a weekly basis, and it's torture. It is beyond torture. I'm not even going to bother with the the NXT recap because it's mildly offensive. But we do get the injury of super kicked her in the face last week. Indy Hartwell and Jody Fret are advised to sit out this week just to recover from the Danny Luna Destruction Fest. Travis Williams and Judas Icarus are being checked over following the double pile drivers. And then we go to a backstage segment after break, which is Kazarian offering Jake something. For a laugh, he calls him Jake Jobber. Again, taking the pinfall, he's just calling him a jobber, which is really funny. He asked Jake if he wants to be a part of history and to take all the gold. Does he want to side with him and win the World Championship and the the International Championship. If this becomes a pairing, Jake something and Frankie Kazarian, I'm here for it. Like, I'm here for it. We get knockouts action next. It is Heather from the Elegance brand versus Jessie Lee. Sorry, yeah, Jessie Lee, representing the Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics to WWE only fans. Not the actual product, but the actual, like, you're just an only WWE fan. It's also confirmed on this show that the Elegance brand are officially the single longest singles reign of any women that have held the belt, because obviously the longest reign is Eric Young and ODB. Again, that's disgusting. There's also a recap as well confirming that at Victory Road it'll be Ash by Elegance defending the Knockouts title against Masha Slamovich, and the winner will face Indy Hartwell for the title at Bound for Glory, which I'm expecting Indy to win that. This is a very short match as well. The match ends when Heather wins with a roll-up. She hits a roll-up and then she puts her feet on the ropes, and her tag partner Maggie with Elegance holds her legs and feet down. I still think Indy's going to win it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Indy's leaving that event as champion, I think. But she should put over Ash. Ash should put Masha over, and then Masha should put Indy over. Santino Marella comes out after as a post-match attack from the Elegance brand on the Inspiration. He makes an impromptu match, Cassie Lee versus Maggie. This is very fast, very hard-hitting. Elegance, they're hell on earth, that's for sure. Cassie Lee would win with the final cut neckbreaker, and then we get a video pack. Says that Kazarian can mock him all he wants, but when it comes to their international title match, Kazarian is going to get put down, which was really good. There's a backstage segment I've called Utterly Useless. It's the concierge and the Elegance brand complaining about the Masha match against Ash at Victory Road for the Knockouts title. Is then made for next week. Indy Hartwell is going to be the special guest referee for that match at Victory Road. But on next week's show is Masha and the Inspiration versus the Elegance brand in a six knockouts tag. So yeah, this segment sucks balls. Mike Santana makes his entrance through the crowd, and he's attacked by Trick Williams. Both go back and forth with each other very aggressively, and then Santana rams him into the barricade, and then security separates them. And that was the end of Trick Williams. Main event next. The Nemeths up against Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers of the System, accompanied by the Talking Chipmunk, and the new System theme song is in the background. System early control in this match. Lots of headlocks and waist locks. Slowing down offense from Brian Myers on Ryan Nemeth. Ryan eventually hits a jawbreaker and tags in Nick, who hits a running clothesline. Clothesline delivered, and then he starts to work the legs of Brian, because again, Brian, the oldest of everyone in the match. It's simple to weaken him down. But then he hits a very good suplex and stuns him. Nick rolls through after a pin attempt. He hits a jawbreaker of his own and then tags in Ryan. Ryan gets hit by a big shoulder tackle, then a strong Irish whip. Classic chain wrestling, and then a little bit of technical work from Brian Myers. He goes to work on the left arm. Wrist locks, very aggressive. Very aggressive wrist locks from Brian Myers. He tags in Eddie Edwards, but Ryan rakes the eyes and tags in Nick, who taunts Myers, and then he and then Ryan again rakes the eye. And then to taunt him a little bit further, Nick Nemeth goes to the other turnbuckle and taunts Eddie. Eddie runs full speed and he rams his shoulder into the post. There's a good 5-minute period here of tags between both Nemeth brothers, tagging in back and forth as quickly as they can, preserving energy. It's actually really good. Edwards would however slip up. He would lose his foot and he would make a mistake on a DDT and he would get caught. And then Myers hits him with an impaler, goes for a spear, misses, and then Ryan hits a running leaping DDT, tags in Nick Nemeth, and he hits a diving elbow for the 2 count because Eddie Edwards breaks the pin. At this point, obviously, Tom Hannafan reminds any viewers watching that the Nemeths do have a contractual tag team title match against the Hardys after losing the belts at Slammiversary in the Fatal 4-Way, which was also another good ladder match. Ryan's back in the ring. He gets a 2 count following several elbow drops. He then does a knee into the back headlock right under the chin. It's really good chin lock there. The crowd gets fully behind Brian Myers, who gets thrown the turnbuckle. Myers makes the hot tag. Both Eddie and Nick tag in. They start to brawl with each other, but then get some chops. Ryan comes in just to take some attention, but he gets hit with an inverted atomic drop and then an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Eddie hits a running corner splash on Nick Nemeth and puts him on the top turnbuckle for a Super Hurricane Rana, which only gets a 2 count. He goes for a Tiger Driver, but Nick Nemeth evades that, hits him in the gut, then gets a Famouser for 2. In a shock twist on the match, both men just go fuck it and then just run and knock the opposing members off the turnbuckle, so it's left to 1-on-1. Nick hits a super kick, stuns Eddie Edwards on the apron. He comes back into the ring, off the ropes, goes for the danger zone, gets caught into a blue thunder bomb, and then Ryan breaks the pin. Then Brian Myers hits a running clothesline and knocks him out of the ring. At this point as well, distraction from Order 4. They're on the ramp. It's all members of Order 4 now. The Great Hands, Mustafa Ali, Tasha Steelz, plus his Secret Service. Mustafa Ali orders them to the Great Hands to run to the ring. Eddie Edwards hits a running double suicide dive, takes them both out. Ryan, as Eddie goes back into the ring, grabs his leg, distracts him a little bit. Then Myers hits a big spear, but this is enough because he's taken too long. Nick's completely distracted. He gets hit for a super kick, then the danger zone for the 3 count, and then the Nemeths win the main event. Good main event, honestly. It's a good tag match, and I say that with Ryan Nemeth. Ryan actually did well. I will praise him for this. He actually did do well. But Nick needs to go back to single stuff soon, without a doubt. Ryan grabs the mic, tells the crowd to shut up. Then Nick tells them all to shut up. And they confirm that on next week's Impact, they will invoke their rematch clause for the tag team title. So next week, it will be the Nemeths versus the Hardys, TNA World Tag Team titles. I'm expecting that to be the main event. Cue the Hardys. They come out angry after last week's show, which was Nick Nemeth returned. He attacked the Hardys and Mara Sade, obviously super kick and injured her. The Nemeths continue to mock the Hardys' signature gun taunt, and then the show goes to black. Really good. Again, I'm going to give it a flat 8.5. Not a flat that is bad, but an 8.5 purely because the elegance are on it. We didn't get the Mike Santana match, but he did at least get a post-match attack, a pre-match attack segment. And I feel like we could have got a little bit more. There was no Macklin as well, which was weird. Just a video package for him, but overall, I thought both shows were good. So 2 shows, 8.5s each. I'm happy with that. Definitely TNA's best show in a while. That momentum needs to stay. They need to keep the little bits of shit out, best moment though of that show was the Fatal 4-Way and the two pile drivers on both men each. And then for Ring of Honor, 100%, it was the Lee Moriarty versus Jake Woods pure championship match that was excellent. Really enjoyed them. Really good. Ladies and gentlemen, as Deanna looks at you from a side angle, I thank you all for watching. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time, striking the freeway pay-per-view event. It's going to be fully CPU controlled, and we're going to make sure we have a great one. So, as I bid you all good night, if you are going to watch SmackDown, try and enjoy it. And if you're back here tomorrow, bring people along. Let's get it going. Let's have some fun, because it's going to be everyone watching along. If you want to join me on the actual video to commentate, you're more than welcome. But have a great weekend. And also tomorrow, if you like football, actually, tomorrow morning I will be on the Levy and Horn podcast for football. It's 11 a.m. UK time. If you want to watch it, if not, you can certainly watch it on replay. But I will be discussing football, so I know James will be up early. So James, I'll be on that show if you want to watch. Josiah, especially for yourself, Liverpool, you get to see me being biased against them. Just kidding. But thank you, Maria. Appreciate it. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time. I hope to see you all. Please do come along and support. It'd be great, because this is our 9th episode already. And it's our first pay-per-view, fully controlled by the computer, because you guys decided in the poll. I do the TV matches, the pay-per-views are the computer. And you've seen it. We've got 14 matches, including a 60-minute Iron Man match that's got no rules. I'm giving you a treat. All you gotta do is show up. 6 p.m. UK time tomorrow. So, goodbye, good night, and buenas noches, mi amigos. And another one. Ciao. And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.